Values in Action curriculum is, if you like, the third part of our South Island offer. We have a really strong academic curriculum. We have a pretty strong pastoral learning curriculum, which is our second offer. And then we have everything else. And everything else is what we call Values in Action. It covers all of the things that we say make a difference. And most of all, it adds that extra special X factor to what a South Island student has. I think of all the things the Values in Action curriculum does, best is it prepares students for life beyond South Island with a skill set, an attitude and a story to take into the wider world.
My name is Adam Zoe and I founded TEDxU with TSIS this year.
My name is Akashan Gupta and I was the co-organizer of TEDxU at TSIS.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Chu and I'm involved in The Innovation, which is a student-run charity fashion show.
I wanted to become involved with SIS MasterChef this year because I've been involved with it for the last 2 years anyway.
I think over the past year through, exposure to the 24-hour race and also with giving speeches about human trafficking.
Personally, I'm very passionate about sports, and as a result, it's my aim to get as many people as possible involved with sports in the SIS community.
The event itself took around 5 months to put together, but the inspiration and ideas behind it took a bit longer.
It started around in September, but even in year 11, I've done a little bit of work on giving speeches at different venues. For example, like Hong Kong Debating Championships, and so I gave a public speech over there about human trafficking. And the whole group itself, we also came together for different activities, like we teach year 8 students about the issue of human trafficking and how we can work together to support the cause within Hong Kong.
I think the most challenging part was trying to communicate with our team.
The role itself is very challenging. Being a PR manager, you have to be able to communicate with people that you wouldn't communicate with usually, as well as working with others, making sure our sponsors are heard, as well as making sure their wishes we kind of meet their wishes.
The biggest challenge for me taking up Sports Insight was learning how to take photos. I was extremely new to taking photos with professional cameras, and yeah, I've learned a lot, and I think other journalists have also learned a lot with professional cameras, working as a journalist. Journalism too, that was a new skill set that I've learned, and that would be very valuable further in my career.
I've learned how to work properly as a team and try and organize stuff to do for the rest of the team.
I think it's just the realization that other people have a lot of great opinions that might sometimes not be heard because maybe a certain particular individual is more quiet than, for example, another person. And so, what I've learned is that you should really engage everybody's ideas and bring them together to form a group opinion instead of just getting the opinion of the people who talk the most and appear the most at different meetings.
I think something that I learned by myself, and this probably applies to a lot of people in general, is that when you're really genuinely interested in something, you're much more likely to do a better job out of it.
It's great because everyone's so outspoken and just so willing to be involved in things that they care about the most, which I think is just a great kind of community to be around.
Well, working with others, I think we get to share our hobby and our interest with sports, regardless, even though we do different sports. And it really brings us together, brings us photographers together and brings us filmmakers together, and I think that's great.
At South Island School, we have what we call a third curriculum, which is basically living our values put into action. And these are all the things that students do and take away from school that isn't compulsory, but we want them to have the experiences to be able to say when they've left South Island School, these are all the things that we did, these were all the values that the school taught us, and we actually lived them by doing lots of different activities, experiences, challenges, and just making students different.
South Island.
South Island!
South Island!
South Island School Values in Action.
Values in action!
Values in action! Value in action!
Values in Action.
Values in Action.